You know, I'm filled with vengeance, ambition, hunger, drive more than ever before. I have a lot to prove, 2 chips on each shoulder, and it's do or die for me. Truly, this fight is do or die. I have to leave it all on the line, and I think that's the same for Nate Diaz. You know, he's leaving the UFC on a win. He wants to come into this game, make a bunch of money, knock out the YouTuber kid, then go back and you know, finish his legacy off. And that's why this is such an amazing fight. But I just lost, and if he beats me, then where does that leave me? So it's 2 people who can't lose, who don't want to lose, who never back down, who keep on fighting, and that's why this is war, and I'm ready for war.
And by the way, when you say do or die, do you mean if you lose this fight, you're done?
In my mind, that's how I'm treating it. In my mind, that's how I'm treating it. This is the only thing I'm focused on, and I'm filled with that hunger, and I have more conviction now than ever of what I'm going to do in this sport. And when you're doing a lot of fights back to back to back, I'm knocking everyone out, putting them on their ass, making tens of millions of dollars, you can lose that hunger, and that loss reinstilled that in me. And I'm excited to come back. I said, don't judge me by my wins, judge me by my losses. So I'm going to come back, and I've been working in silence. I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you I know what I'm capable, and this is going to be the best version of Jake Paul that you're ever going to see in the ring. No, Nate Diaz was always the plan after Tommy. That was what I said even in the build-up to Tommy. I was like, it's Nate Diaz after Tommy Fury. So that was always the plan. You know, this is a big fight. This is a fight that I've wanted for a long time. He got out of his UFC contract, and this is probably the biggest fight of the year, only topping me versus Tommy. So I want to make big events, big fights happen, and strike while the iron's hot. He was a free agent. Let's run it, make it happen, settle the shit talk, and I'm ready for war. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me out, Dallas. I love y'all, and I'm going to do what Conor McGregor couldn't do, and I'm going to knock this man out.
I don't even think no one won or lost, so it's like, that's why I wanted to fight too, because usually I want to fight the guys who won, but I don't think anybody lost in the fight anyway, so. And I think that was a hard fight to take was Tommy Fury, because not a very big deal.
I feel you.
Jake, before you fought Ben Askren, you were saying that this fight was inevitable. It was going to happen one day. People called you crazy, delusional. Is it surreal to be sitting up here across from Nate and actually have this come into fruition?
Yeah, look, that's what people have said my whole entire career, so I'm used to it. I'm used to the non-believers, and I've always said exactly what I'm going to do, and then I've done it. And so, yeah, we're finally here. I predicted the future, but it is surreal, you know, and I had to put in the work to get here, and I'm just excited to be here putting on massive events, and this is just the start of what I'm going to accomplish. So everything else I've said still holds true as well, and this is proof of that.
Jake always says it's, you know, himself versus MMA. Do you feel like you're representing MMA in this fight, or do you want people to look at you now as Nate Diaz, the boxer?
Yeah, I didn't like the build up to his last fight with Tommy Fury because they were stereotyped. Well, I was taking offense because I was being stereotyped as an MMA fighter. Tommy Fury, I think, was saying, like, they're MMA fighters who he's fighting. I'm like, first of all, these guys are saying how... I was offended because he was saying how those are MMA fighters, they're not boxers, but Anderson Silva would whip Tommy Fury's ass, so that was kind of stupid. But I don't like being stereotyped as an MMA fighter. I always like the art, each art. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and I would have been a pro boxer when I was 18 years old, but a cage fight came up first, so I was stuck in a cage my whole career, and there were times when I got locked out in contract right away by the UFC, so I was already locked down from the beginning. I wanted to get out and do boxing, but it was contract after contract, and shit just kept chain reaction the whole time. I was just locked in longer and longer. So I've been going to boxing gyms since I'm 15 years old, sparring pro boxers, and I don't think I've ever got my ass whipped at a gym, in a boxing gym, and not came back and been the last guy to win the rounds. So I've always wanted to box, and like I said, I feel like I was a pro boxer the whole time. Every fight I fight in MMA, I was training just like any boxer trained for a boxing match, sparring pros, hitting mitts, running, and doing all the boxing workouts, and more sparring than probably anybody. And that was just a part of the time. The rest of the time, I had to do all the other shit. So yeah, I'm glad I get to come here and showcase my skills in boxing.
Pretty much the whole entire team brought in new people who are going to hold me accountable for my mistakes that I'm making in the gym. And you know, even down to the nutrition, strength and conditioning coaches, all that has been switched. And I believe I learned a lot from the last fight, and I'm just implementing those things into my training camp and not going to make the same mistakes as before.
If I could follow up briefly with that, I know you're back with the great Sugar Shane Mosley, who's in attendance, who was instrumental at the beginning of your career. Why did you go back to Shane?
Yeah, brought in Shane and third, Theo Chambers, as well as Jay Leon on the team. And I was talking with Shane after the fight, talking with Jay Leon, talking with third, and they all identified the same, you know, little mistake that I was making in the boxing ring that needed to be fixed, which would allow the rest of my mistakes that I was making to be corrected. And so once they were all on the same page, Shane was, you know, free, you know, and was, you know, willing to come in and do this full time. So we assembled the Avengers team, and things have been great now, and I feel like a whole completely different fighter already in just a short amount of time. And, you know, we still have 88 days until the fight, so I'm excited to keep on working, and this is going to be my best performance yet.
You've been one of the best combat fighters for the last 20 years. Do you take it as disrespect when you hear other media in here questioning whether you could be in the same ring as with a Jake Paul when you've been doing this for years?
Yeah, I'm the best fighter to ever fight in the UFC. Straight up. I've been on all levels. I've been fought
your record
everybody.
doesn't agree with that.
And
You're like 32-15 in the UFC.
Yeah, brother, but what's up? It's the same decision losses like you just lost. Did that guy really win?
You got 15 losses.
Most of those fights.
You got 15 losses.
Yeah, but who did I fight? Top 10. I've been fighting the top 10 guys the whole time. I probably fought 5 guys in my whole career that weren't top 10, and I wasn't top 10 there either. So I've been fighting the best guys. Do I deserve to be in? Which is what he's asking. Do I think, like, come on, man, what the fuck you talking about? I'm about to fight fucking, what happened? Conor McGregor fought fucking Floyd Mayweather. How many rounds did he fight him?
They went 10.
Yeah, hella rounds. I fucking knocked his ass out in 7 minutes. Knocked him out. He got choked because he was not trying to get hit no more, and he was smart, and he took the way out. That's the way to get out. He didn't take the way he had to, you know what I'm saying? So, isn't that the GOAT of the sport? 7 minutes.
By the way, did you want this to be a longer fight, considering that?
I don't know where all the fucking people are at. Where's the other? I thought we wouldn't have no normal people for the press conference.
What do you mean?
Whose idea was this?
I'm not good enough.
You're great.
Oh, thanks.
You're great.
Who you?
But
who
like,
talking
where's
about?
all that? We should have 100 normal people in here.
Oh, you mean the fans?
Yeah, this is a sketch ass press conference.
Okay.
Fucking rookie ass press conference. Next time, let the whole place in this place be full.
You know that you're the one putting on the event.
Yeah, I do know, but you know, I thought maybe you would have had it together by now. You finding the big shows.
So you're mad at your team?
No. Next time, motherfuckers. Feel this motherfucker. I think he's great. I think he's doing a good job. He's been putting on a show like he said, but that's the only reason why I asked about the fans. He's put on a few shows, so like we should be having people in here by now. But as far as a fighter, he's young, he's motivated, he's working hard. I could see that. I'm sure everybody could see that, and that kind of motherfucker is unstoppable. So those are the kind of people I want to fight, and that's why I wanted to fight Conor and the top guys. Anytime I took time off from my fights when I wasn't fighting was because I wanted the top guy, and they were trying to give me some fucking lame ass motherfucker. I'm like, I'm trying to find the, you know what I'm saying, best of the best, and I think he did a great job. And that's why, you know, I'm here to let motherfuckers know that I do a great job, too.
Jake, do you ever see yourself fighting somebody that has been a champion or a current champion in boxing? How big do you want to go?
Yeah, for sure. Look, I'm getting more and more experience under my belt with each fight. This will be my 8th fight, and just getting better and better in the gym. I spar against world champions, you know, and trained with world champions all the time. So plan on that in the future 100%, but taking it one fight at a time as we speak.
Who do you spar with?
Steve Cunningham, Lawrence Okoli, Jalen Love, the list goes on, but lots of champions.
Andre Ward, how much sparring him has got you experience to fight somebody
Yeah,
like
that was for sure a level up in my career when I first sparred him. And there'd been certain parts of my career, and I remember leveling up each time with a new. Okay, this guy's better than everybody else, and it was a great experience, and I appreciate it. And then I was waiting for him to call back for the next time he had a fight, and they hit me up again, and I went back for that camp, and I got a lot of experience from it, and I know for sure that Andre Ward is pretty much the GOAT of all this boxing stuff. So it was good shit.
And my question is for both of
And
y'all.
I don't know who you are to say that I'm not a future Hall of Fame boxer.
What's your resume look like?
See, I've done more for the sport than any boxers in current history. What has Floyd Mayweather done for women's boxing? The list goes on. I've changed the whole entire game, brought a new 70 million followers to the sport. I've put on bigger pay-per-views than some of these Hall of Fame guys. Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Tank Davis, 800,000 pay-per-view buys. Me versus Tommy, 830,000. So you want to talk about Hall of Famers? You want to talk about resume? Yeah, I'm building it up, buddy. I just got started in this game. This is my 8th fight, and I'm fighting Nate Diaz, one of the biggest MMA fighters in history. So yeah, that's my resume.
Final question then, do you end the fight with the KO? And when will you fight a champion that's already established in boxing?
Soon enough, brother. Pay attention. Tune in. Thank you for coming today. I like people to doubt me, and I'm going to do what Conor couldn't do, quite literally, and put a stint in all of these plans here. I know Nate wanted to get out of the UFC, come make a bunch of money, fight me, win, then go back and probably fight Conor in the UFC. So that's what these guys are hoping for. And I'm going to stop all that. I promise you that. And then I want Conor next after that. It's inevitable. It makes me feel sorry for them because they're not doing it. And it's easy to talk from the couch. It's easy to be a critic. It's easy to have an opinion when you've never gotten in the ring. That's why I respect anyone who gets into the ring, win or lose, especially if you lose and then come back. That's how you know if they're a true, real fighter. And so I welcome the critics. I love it. I let it fuel me. That's what has brought me here today. Quite literally is the hate and the people booing me and the people doubting me. And I've sat in front of these press conferences dozens of times now and said exactly what I'm going to do, and was laughed at since the very first fight in my career when I said I would be here on the biggest stages, and I've just continued to prove people wrong, continued to put it all on the line, continued to never back down, put every single one of my opponents on the canvas. Win or lose, they've all gone down. And so I'm a real dog, and I know what I'm capable of, and that's why when these corny people try to say shit, I just laugh at them because look at where I'm at. After 3 years. Are you kidding me? And not only that, I'm bringing people up with me. Young prospects. We just launched Most Valuable Prospects. Amanda Serrano, Shadesha Green, Ashton Sill, all these people. We have a new MVP signing that when we announce it, y'all are going to shit your pants. So I'm just getting warmed up in this game, and I'm already a statue in the game. I'm here forever. Okay? Even if I lose, guess what? Y'all are still going to come back and tune in.
Derek from Better Media here. My question's for Nate. Nate, I'm actually a boxer myself, and I've been trying to get into this undercard. I'm just wondering if you think I could fight your brother, Nick. If he's anything like you, I think I'd beat his fucking ass.
Not very respectful. From,
Brother, where you just going to walk around the streets or some shit? All my homeboys see you right now.
Yeah,
That was
I'm
stupid,
not-
huh?
I'm definitely pretty nervous right now.
Yeah, that was stupid. What's your name?
I'm Derek from Better Media.
Hey, Derek, Better Media. Stupid ass motherfucker. The fuck? You deserve your ass whipped.
Hey,
He works for my company. I'll handle that later. I'll fire him later. I'm sorry about that, Nate. Derek, shut up. Derek, shut up.
all right, sorry.
I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. People talk about age and all that. And I think people all just been diagnosed with retirement and they're done. And only one's making my diagnosis is going to be me. And I feel better now than I did. I feel the same now as I did when I was 18, just with a lot of more experience and time under my belt, you know. And so the show for me is going on.
Skylar Dixon with the Associated Press. Nate, what can you share with us, if anything, about your recent legal situation
I
in
just
New
fucking
Orleans?
sucked that welterweight champion right in his grill like 2 fights ago. And he's the champion.
What?
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
That works?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll shout out to you, Leon, that works.
Yeah. The king.
How old is he? Strong.
Did you think it was Logan Paul when they were all on the street there?
You gonna act like that wasn't Logan? Come on, bro.
Just definitely like in a flash. You thought.
Why do you
it was
run in
Logan.
my grill?
Over here.
I'm sorry?
You thought it was Logan?
It is Logan. What are you talking about?
Choked up.
Where you guys saw what happened to Logan?
I thought
Or
it was
Logan, is he here?
I thought it was
Shout
Logan.
out to Logan.
I think he's gonna be sharp for a couple of rounds, but there's just nothing he could do to stop me. I'm faster. I'm stronger. I'm the better boxer. And so he's going to be coming forward, doesn't have head movement, trying to pressure me. He's going to get diced up, and I see it ending in 4 rounds or less.
I think he's a better boxer and stronger and better get it done in four rounds or less.